Welcome back to CoachRobb.com. In this video I want to show you a routine that you can do before, during, and after you're running for optimum range of motion. When you get ready to start your run, grab a pole, a sign, or a mailbox and simply just complete 5 to 6 air squats. When she gets to the bottom of this squat, what she's going to start doing is leaning back a little bit more, and that's going to put a stretch into her shoulder blades. The squatting itself is going to engage her quads, her glutes, her hamstrings, the front of her shins, and her calf muscles, just by hanging out there. She also creates a little bit of tension in her shoulders to start getting the back of the shoulder to start to move a little bit better. It's a great segue into what we call big arm swings. She points her thumbs forward, and she does a forward rotation trying to get the shoulders to move. Where she's going to feel this stretch is in the back of her shoulders. Notice that she points her thumbs backwards now. This is going to open up her chest muscles. You might feel a little bit more restriction on the front than you do the back because the chest is a tough muscle to stretch, but you need to do so. To get the shoulder blades moving, she moves right into what we call elbow squeeze. She puts her thumb and hand aside of her head, and her focal point is to bring the elbows in together. If you're not able to get your elbows together, please don't force the range of motion. You're going to risk pulling a muscle in between your shoulder blades. And you just want to be able to do 8 to 10 of these before moving on to the next exercise. Here she puts her fingers intertwined and reaches towards the sky. This is another great stretch for the shoulders. Complete 5 to 6 of these after you've completed your big arm rotations. Now she's going to move over to engaging her glutes, her quads, and her hamstrings. So what she does is she slightly bends her knee, and what that does is if you were to pause this and compare it to her running on the road, it's the exact same range of motion when she's running. Your foot hits the ground, there's a slight bend to the knee. What we're trying to do is engage those specific muscles. So when she bends forward like that, she's engaging that left glute, her butt muscles, her quad, her hamstrings, her calves, and the contact point of her foot. You'll notice now that she's moved to the right foot, you can see her calves starting to pop as she bends forward. That shows you how much stabilization she's bringing into the equation. And easy to do, 5 to 8 repetitions per leg before moving to the ground. Now with her feet flat on the ground, this is going to engage your lower back, your glutes, your hamstrings, and your quads, specifically your hip flexors. And again, just try to knock out 8 to 10 of these and then raise one leg. As you do this, please keep your core flat. You don't want to be rotating your spine. Like in this case, we wouldn't want her left hip to kind of rotate towards the right. Notice that her back stays perfectly horizontal with the ground. The purpose for this is to engage your core muscles as well as your running specific leg muscles. Try to do this before, during, and after every run for optimum range of motion.